So the Electro element is widely derided as one of the most worst elements in the game, and this is because Genshin Impact is highly based on elemental reactions. And trust me, Electro has some of the worst reactions in the game. For example, the Overload reaction is not strong compared to Melt or Vaporize, and Superconduct is only useful in teams with physical damage. But still, this doesn't mean the Electro characters are weak. While the element may be hard to build around, there are still strong Electro characters worth building. So yeah, in this video, I'll be bringing all the Electro characters in Genshin Impact, ranked from least useful to most impactful. So starting off with number 9, Lisa. So Lisa is unfortunately one of the weakest characters in the game, and this is because she is impacted by a weak hit as well as weak element. So there's no real reason to use Lisa unless you are a fan. However, there is no such thing as an unviable character in Genshin Impact. All the characters are usable in every part of the game, so you are more than welcome to build her if you like her design or character. At number 8, Electro Traveler. So the Electro Traveler is a unique support character that can provide energy to your teammates. However, the Electro Traveler also takes a lot of energy herself or himself, whoever you choose. But yeah, getting the point of her support capabilities, the elemental skills feel quite clunky to use as well. Essentially, the Electro Traveler looks like a weaker version of Raiden Shogun. But yeah, they do possess some similarities to Shinshu, but those similarities are mostly a trap. So yeah, use the Traveler at your own will. Number 7, Razor, my first DPS in the game. So yeah, Razor is not a terrible main DPS unit by any means. He specializes in physical damage with a respectable amount of electro damage as well. But unfortunately, Razor is overpassed by most of the other main DPS characters in the game. And Razor also suffers as a selfish DPS, hogging up a lot of field time. This means it's hard to rotate through your team since the bulk of his damage comes from the elemental burst, which you cannot switch off. But anyways, Razor is one of my favorite characters in the game. At number 6, Kuju Sarah. So Kuju Sarah is a support character who can supply a variety of buffs to your team and also deal a high amount of damage with her elemental burst. But unfortunately, due to her awkward elemental skill and rotation, there's left only few characters you can use her with. And let me tell you, you cannot use Sarah in place of Bennett simply because of the attack buffing roles they share. She is useful as a buffer in Raiden Shogun comps, but otherwise Bennett will definitely be a stronger option. At number 5, Kuching. So Kuching is the original main DPS in Genshin Impact, but she is long out of meta by now. She has many issues with her kit, and the weak electro element doesn't help either. She relies on charge attacks, but her charge attacks takes a tons of stamina. Her numbers don't really compete with any of the other main DPS characters nowadays. However, she is still stronger than a number of 4-star main DPS and is usable in all content. At number 4, we have Baidu. So Baidu is definitely one of the stronger electro characters in the game, mixing incredibly well with Fishel and other Hydro units. Her elemental bursts possess tons of AoE damage capabilities, making her a very strong character. She can pair well with Fishel, and the two basically tie on this list in terms of strength. That being said, Baidu lost some value on single target bosses since her strength really shines with mobs of enemies. At number 3, Miko. So the latest electro character, Miko is a 5-star electro catalyst user who has both high sustained damage and high burst damage at the same time. She is proficient at both aspects of dealing damage, though not exceptional at either, which is perfectly understandable for the sake of game balance. Being electro is something that benefits her kit, especially considering the very steep cost of her elemental burst. So at number 2, we have Fishel. So Fishel is a very strong sub DPS character who is also very easy to play. Simply use your elemental skill, placing O's, then swap off. O's acts as a torrent, dealing lots of off-field damage for your team. As I said, she mixes well with Baidu and other Hydro characters, as Electro Charge is actually a quite strong reaction. Fishel is one of the best Electro character, especially at high constellations, so don't be afraid to invest in her if you like her. And finally, at number 1, the Electro Archon herself, the Raiden Shogun. So Raiden Shogun is the strongest Electro character in the game, fulfilling a unique role in Genshin Impact's its meta. She buffs other support characters, acting as a battery, meaning her potential is uncapped. As a support character gets stronger and stronger, it's expected Raiden Shogun will too. Additionally, she does a lot of damage herself with her elemental burst. So yeah, there are many reasons you should get Raiden Shogun if you like the electro element. But yeah, the future updates will surely bring in more electro characters eventually, and characters buffs and debuffs can occur over time. So yeah, these rankings may change, but for now, these are the electro characters from worst to best, in my opinion of course. But what do you guys think? Who is the best electro character in your opinion? Comment down below. And now, thanks for watching.